If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. The creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download that free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. The Disabled Guy Podcast. I'm your host of Disabled Guy. This week I have with me Rashida Gassaway, and we're going to talk about business and entrepreneurship. So, Rashida, welcome to the show. How are you doing, and how is your family doing during this pandemic that we're going through?
I'm doing okay. I like to know I'm doing well. It's me and my mom, basically, and she's maintaining everything. So, we're staying COVID-19 free and keeping our distance and so forth, so no one here is sick, and we're pretty much in good health amidst all these numbers that keep going up and everything with the virus.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. So what area did you grow up in, and how was your childhood?
I grew up in Washington, D.C. I moved to Maryland in 88 after my father passed away. But as far as my childhood, I had a pretty good, decent childhood. I had two brothers. One was 8 years older. Another one was about, 8 years younger. But it was pretty decent.
Oh,
I didn't really have any bad, violent things that happened to me, even though I was around an area where stuff was happening. But no, I was okay.
All right, I know you said D.C. What part? Because I grew up in D.C. myself. I grew up uptown. What part?
Oh, we're uptown.
I went to Roosevelt, so I was around Petworth area.
Oh, okay. I was Georgia and Jefferson Street.
Oh, okay. So where did you go to high school at?
My mom went to Roosevelt back in the day, and then my best friend, she went to Roosevelt High School after finished 8th grade, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah, pretty much all of my family went to Roosevelt. So I'm from uptown. I think I moved away from there maybe in 94, 93, and moved to South Dakota Avenue area. I think that's Woodbridge area. I think that's what they call it.
Yep.
Okay. So I see you are a music producer. How did you get into that industry?
I got into that after college. I took some music classes in my third year of college, and I did a little bit of music before I even went to college, but I didn't take it too seriously until after I got into college. So once I did the music composition, as far as writing musical scores and playing the piano and playing the keyboard, I left there and went to the studio in Virginia and did a recording engineer program. And then from there, I just fell in love with it. So I started making beats for TV and film and got 4 placements off of that. And then from there, just kept playing in music and then started working with artists as far as management.
Okay, so, because actually my background is not really music, but I did radio production. When I went to Bowie State University, so that my background is pretty much TV and radio. So and I actually worked at XM Satellite Radio coming out of college. Pretty much right when they launched, but they laid pretty much everybody off during that time. So are you still currently in the industry? And
I'm actually going back into the studio. Hopefully they will still be open in about a couple of weeks, but I'm supposed to go do a session in Texas. I'm going studio out there, so I will be making more music for the masses, so that I put out by the fall, early winter this year.
Okay. So what type of people do you work with? Like local artists, or like people that like Jay-Z or somebody that most people would know, or what? Hello? Hey.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, so what type of artists do you work with?
Any.
Okay.
I started with the film, so I still continue with that and with the soundtracks, but now as far as artists, it could be damn near any genre, because I'm open to different genres anyway. So.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. So I know you say you work in music and you also a chef. So how did you go from one part of music industry to being a chef? 'Cause that's like completely opposite.
I know. My brother actually, 'cause he got sick. So when he got sick, the doctor told him to change his diet, and he didn't know what to eat that he was used to eating, because at the time before he got sick, he was eating just about anything, fast food, processed food, whatever. He was just eating it, and he got diagnosed with kidney disease and heart failure. So with that, he had to switch up what he could take physically to help keep him from, dying any worse, or dying rather, period. And so they asked him about food at home, and I knew how to cook, but like I told him at the time, I didn't know how to do his stuff because I had to do a low sodium diet. From there, I went to the dietitian, learned everything about the low sodium, the kidneys, the heart, and I went to a culinary school from there where he helped pay for me to go to school.
Okay.
He was like, if you're going to do it, you should get paid for it, and something you love to do, to go get the training, so that when you come out, you start your own. And of course, when I finished training, I started Rashida Delights.
Okay.
That's my private chef stuff.
And how's that business going so far?
It's picking up because of the virus, so it kind of helps me. But at the same token, because they have limited things in grocery stores and things and so forth, sometimes it gets hard to find, depending on what I'm cooking and who I'm cooking it for. But other than that, it's still pretty much doing pretty well.
Okay. So you're pretty much like an entrepreneur. So do you have a regular full-time job, or are these like what you're focused on?
This is pretty much my everyday job.
Okay. So how did you get to that point? Because I think a lot of people like for example, when I started this podcast, I tried to start it with maybe like 5 of my good friends from elementary, and you know how people are. Some people don't get their equipment. Some people don't get their mics, or just different reasons or different excuses, I should say. So one of my best friends that I grew up with in elementary, and I'm still friends with him today, he told me, he said, hey, you need to do something where you could do by yourself. He said, so you don't have to depend on anybody else. So that's one of the reasons why I started doing my podcast. Like I said, my background was communications already. So I thought about it, and I sat on it for a little while. And I was like, well, he's right. I said, I don't need anybody. I can always do it myself. I can wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do a recording, or I could do one at 12 midnight. So it really doesn't matter. So how does that work for you? What was your motivation just to be an entrepreneur?
My brother, honestly, it's because I could say that I didn't go as hard on it until he passed away. And I say that because before he passed away, he had a serious conversation. Of course, I'm thinking, oh, you was just saying that because you're having a bad day as far as like not feeling well. But he was like, no, I know it's just something you're good at. God gave you a talent. You need to work that talent, work that gift. Because at the end of the day, this is going to put food in your mouth, cut a roof over your head, and it's something you love to do. So when he passed away, I kind of just went like full force with it, where I was doing, because he did a little like word of mouth for me through like his neighbors, because I was staying with his house. So he would tell the maintenance, my sister cooking, she got this, she got that. They would come check it out, and they're like, yeah, it's good. So when he passed away, I just went full force with it. Like every day, I was telling somebody, try this, try that, and it worked. People that I did business with, was, trying the food and so forth, and just grew from there.
Yeah, because often I know a lot of people want to do like food. Like I had a friend, she wanted to do a food truck, and I'm not sure if that's what you really jump into like right off the bat or whatever. But it sounds like a good idea to me. But I'm not sure whatever happened to it. Like I said, I think it's a lot of people are scared to jump out there because they're scared of failure or whatever. So, I just think it's interesting.
I mean, with me, I always tell people, I'm only going to fail if I don't try it. If I try it and it don't work, then at least I know that's something that doesn't work for me. If I just don't do it, then I feel like I failed myself because I didn't give myself a shot.
And what do you consider failure? Because some people might say, hey, if I don't see something within the next maybe 6 months, I'm gonna quit this.
I used to give myself months, and then when I noticed the market and watched how everything would have its ups and downs and stuff, I went from a couple months like, okay, give it a year. If this ain't panning out in a year, you just go on to a whole nother field, a whole nother career. And so when I would sit back and watch the response that I was getting from what I was doing, all of them were positive, but everyone was more like, nah, don't stop. Like, this is something that you can take into the stores, put in the food truck, like you say, or take on a cooking show. And it ended up just opening up more doors than I thought of at the time, because when I was doing it, it was just mainly just like, okay, we're going to help people eat healthier, or they got different diets, and they don't know what to eat. Okay, bam, help them out. I never thought from there it would expand to, okay, well, why don't you do a cooking show? Why don't you do a food line? Why don't you do a condiments line? Stuff like that. I didn't know that, but I'm glad that I stuck with it, because that's what it did do for me.
Okay.
It opened up more doors.
Yeah, so I want to go back to what you said earlier. I know you said you went to school for, I think, nutrition or something. Because I
went to school for the culinary arts, period.
Oh, okay.
But the nutritionist I had talked to before I started school. So I got some information from nutritionists on just, things to eat for different physical ailments you may have or may not have. And then when I went to culinary school, then it broke down, different things and different foods does to your body, and what you're trying to do as far as cooking it, preparing it, baking it, poaching it, stuff like that.
Okay, because I asked that because I have friends from different backgrounds, and I have one friend that actually owns an apartment building in D.C. Mm-hmm. And he always tell me, he's actually a former teacher of mine, but he's actually a mentor too, because we've been talking for the last, I've been out of school for, I guess, 21 years now, and I met him back when I probably was like in 9th grade or something, so that's probably like 25 years that I've been knowing him. And he always tell me, and he actually ran the cosmetology and barbering program in Roosevelt. So, so his background is different, being he didn't have formal education as far as he went to college or whatever. He was just certified in that area or whatever. So that's how he got into, teaching or whatever. Because I don't really think you need a degree to teach like a specialty in high school or something like that. But one of the things... No, I didn't think. Yeah, but one of the things he always tell me, like I said, being that he has apartment building, he say, you don't always have to go to college to learn business. He say, if you just get out there, you'll start, how did he put it? Business will teach you business when you just get your feet out there. Is that something that you agree with or what?
Yeah, I do, 100%. Because some of the stuff that I learned was through trial and error. It wasn't like somebody gave me a book on it. I just learned through trial and error and work with other people that was in that field, or network people in that field. Like, yeah, watch out for this or watch out for that, or next time do this, do that. Some of the stuff I could say through the years, I learned half of it was through trial and error, and half of it was actually through a mentor.
Okay.
Some type of schooling.
Okay, so are you still in contact with that mentor as of today, or how?
The cooking mentor, no. The music mentor, yes. So I have a couple of music mentors that I still talk to, as far as just the business side of it versus making beats or whatever. Because that part I never forgot how to do, but I always still go to other people as far as the business side of it, because a lot of people don't understand the business side of the music, just the artistic side. So.
Okay. So I hate to jump back and forth, but I found it was kind of interesting. So, like I said, I was in college. I've been out of undergrad. I graduated in 2004, so that's about 16 years ago. So how do you stay current and up to date with what's going on? Because, I know for me, I don't remember anything being that everything is totally different how I got learned compared to how things are today. Because I think I learned about analog.
Just in general.
Okay.
I mean, just as far as the music, I read still, even though they act like, everybody got to go online first reading a book. I'll still grab a book, but I'll read online, or I'll go ask a mentor to a question here and there. I have some that, like, I would meet before the virus even happened. I would just meet for lunch or whatever, just to get a little tips on things that's happening now, because, like they said, the industry has changed now, so it's a lot of, music that shouldn't be getting painful, but whatever. But it's like, it changed from when I was first at it too. But
okay. Yeah, because like now I don't even really listen to music anymore. But when I say I was looking at it from the production side of things, like I said, it was pretty much analog, where most of everything is pretty much digital now, and you can do it at home or whatever.
That's the only thing I don't like. Not saying it's bad, because when I was doing it, I just mixed them both. But I noticed when I see a lot of, some productions, and maybe it's just like the younger group of people that's doing it, but just I know a lot of them don't have that instrumentation, I guess, knowledge of things. Like, you just click this, click that, and made a beat. I'm like, I miss when you actually physically playing a chord, and then you put another chord with it, and you have an actual musical composition. Like, that's what I like. But I know, because everything is digital now, a lot of people just, okay, put the software in, hit this button, hit that button, hit this button, you made a beat.
Okay. So, do you have anybody that you mentor? I mean, because you sound like you got a lot of experience, and I think you would be definitely good to people coming up in this generation. That's
it's funny. I would love to do it, but it's just the people over the years I ran across, and I did try to do that. Oh, it was, you don't know what you're talking about. What you mean? I don't see your name on no wall, whatever, yada yada. Just dumb stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk. Because there's no point in arguing about trying to keep you from not fucking up. If you want to fuck up, all right, I get you on there. I'll let you go get your hands dirty, and then something different happens, let me know. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah, definitely look into high schools. Cause I know they got a lot of different programs with arts and media, and they definitely could use somebody like you. So I would definitely when
if you come across them, let me know. I would love to do that.
Oh yeah, because I used to work at Northwestern, and they have a big performance art just platform. So that definitely would be something good. So back to the business part. So how do you feel about because my whole thing is, I don't want to brand anybody else. I want to help somebody build their brand. So how do you feel like, I guess it's called IBOs. I think that's what they call it. Like people like there were Amway, and I think LAC, and it works and stuff. I think that's what it's called. Where they
I think I know you're talking about. I never worked with them, but I know you're talking about the Amway people, and they be selling things. They have a distributor and everything else to go with it.
Yeah, how do you feel about that as far as?
I've seen it. I just never worked with it. It wasn't my thing, but I knew like one person did do it and did pretty well with it and made a living off of it. So I don't knock it.
Okay.
Something I would be interested in.
Yeah, because like I said, for me, I'm all about investing in somebody their self. If they got a goal and vision, that's what I'm trying to invest to. I don't want to, like I said, like you say, it's nothing wrong with that, but I just want to build their brand and not somebody else that's going to make it down. You know, you got to do this, do that, and that. So I just think it's an interesting thing. So
yeah, I looked it up and it was interesting. Just it wasn't my. Now I will say, lately I've been getting into. I've had it, but didn't really do too much with it. But I've been getting more and more into the Bitcoin digital currency thing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still learning with that, but I mean, it's worth the learning for. I mean, you can. I ain't say retire, but you can. I did mainly to put money away for the next 10 to 12 years. So that's why I started now. So I'm like, maybe 10 to 12 years I'll do it different. But I'm like, that's why I went and did the education and everything. Just to invest in.
So how does that work, Ben? That I know you say you're trying to put money away, but I know I know what business you got to put money into your business too. So are you able to do that?
Yeah, with the Rossi Delights, I'm able to basically put money back in wherever I spent plus double that. So the good thing is I haven't had to worry about going to Coinbase and muscling money in there. So I just leave it in there and just watch the stocks like that in the morning.
Okay. So what advice would you give somebody that may want to start their own business or just be an entrepreneur out here?
Definitely research the field that you're getting into, and definitely market, promote, whether it's word of mouth to your friends, to your family, because I found out when I did do through friends and family or whatever, it did help a little with the getting more customers that were new customers, not customers that I didn't know. So definitely promote with that. Use your social media, phone calls, flyers, business cards. Yeah, all of that helps.
Okay. So do you have a website or a place where people can find you at?
Yes. Right now the website is getting redone. So if you want to reach me, you can reach me at www.instagram.rossi ROSSI delight. That's the food, and the music is www.instagram.com/RARA.management.
All right. And again, this is Rashida Gassaway, and thank you so much for joining me.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Disabled Guy podcast. Until next time, I'll talk to you.